So we now have the official launch date for the POCO F2, the 12th of May 2020. Very, very soon, next week, in fact, for the official launch for this product, the POCO F2 or the POCO F2 series. We still really don't know officially from POCO themselves what exactly they're launching on the launch date. But the 12th of May 2020 at 2 p.m. Spanish time. This is going to be a launch event in Spain. Why in Spain? Well, Xiaomi's headquarters are in Spain. And even though POCO now are a separate brand, not just a name of a phone within the Xiaomi company, but supposed to be a separate brand themselves, POCO, but they still are going to have very close ties with Xiaomi anyway. What is even more interesting, and we got some more details of a totally new phone from POCO, as I mentioned before, the POCO M2. This seems to be being launched in India first maybe, although it may come to other markets, and is a different type of phone to the POCO F2. So the F2 is really the flagship phone from POCO, and the M2 is going to be more of a mid-range phone. Lots of leaks from loads of different places saying that the POCO M2 or the M2 Pro is going to use a Snapdragon 720 processor. The 720 processor from Snapdragon is actually a new chipset. It is really new, but it's sort of a mid-range chip and it doesn't come with any 5G connectivity. So Snapdragon refreshed their mid-range chips this year. So we have the Snapdragon 765 and 765G. They replaced the 730 and 730G, which were last year's mid-range chipsets. Well, apparently we also now have some more price leaks on the F2 Pro. So the first leaks we got were from apparently Portugal, where the phone looked to be quite expensive, but apparently phone prices in Portugal are usually more expensive than other places in Europe anyway. And that put the phone roughly at around 650 euros or a little bit more than that. So that's not really a flagship killer. That is an expensive phone. But now we've got some more price leaks, and this is apparently for the POCO F2 Pro 128GB storage option, and that would be a lower option. So there are at least two options with the Redmi K30 Pro in China at least, which is the 128 and the 256. So the 128 would be a cheaper option. It isn't said how much RAM comes with that, because there are 6 and 8GB RAM variants that do come with 128GB of storage. But anyway, according to 91 Mobiles, the price is 570 euros for that one. That would translate to roughly $600 US or £500 in the UK, and that is more like it. That is music to the ears. That is more of a flagship killer. I think for 2020, for a Snapdragon 865 with 5G, and for what that phone gives you, and I've used the Redmi K30 Pro, and it's going to be the Redmi K30 Pro with the POCO badge, £500, that sounds more like it. That is a good deal for that phone. When the prices before came out, maybe at £650, £700, that's expensive, but 500, that is a pretty good price. So this leak, if we can believe it, is about $100 or so cheaper than the other leaks that we got. So definitely a good thing. And really, this is a POCO phone, so it needs to come at just a blockbuster price where everyone thinks, wow, that is a great price for that product. And some huge news actually from OnePlus. So we got this post online the other day from a OnePlus product manager who was replying to a comment about should somebody wait for the OnePlus 8T this year. So we know every year, or for the last few years anyway, OnePlus have given us T variants of their phones, which is their flagship phones that they release at the start of the year, just updated a little bit. Some slight improvements overall. But he said this year the Pro variant, so the OnePlus 8 Pro, won't be getting upgraded. This is exactly what he said. The OnePlus 8 Pro isn't get updated this year, so if you're looking at the Pro model, then you should go ahead and buy the one that is out there right now. Also, we got that news that Snapdragon may not be releasing a Plus version of their flagship chipset this year, so definitely more reasons why there wouldn't be a T version of the 8 Pro. He didn't mention anything about the 8 though. We know that the OnePlus Z is coming as well, so maybe there's just going to be some different options this year from OnePlus, and they'll keep the 8 Pro as that real flagship. Subscribe for all the latest tech news and videos. That's it for now. I'll see you in the next one.